Hello students, yesterday we discussed regarding the structure of the nucleus. Now we are left with functions of nucleus. The first of all, underline nucleus control all the metabolic activities of the cell. This whole point you have to underline. What this means, metabolic activities, all the chemical reactions going on inside the body of this organism, they are called as metabolic reactions. They are of two types, catabolic and anabolic. Some reactions are द ब्रेकिंग अप रिएक्शन, जिसमें कोई चीज टूटती है, बड़ी चीज कंप्लेक्स मॉलिक्यूल टूट के छोटे मॉलिक्यूल्स बनते हैं, तो दैट इज कैटाबॉलिक. और एनाबॉलिक इज द फॉर्मिंग है, जिसमें दो चीजें जुड़ के कोई बड़ा कंपाउंड बन रहा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एनाबॉलिक रिएक्शंस. जैसे कि कैटाबोलिज्म हम कह सकते हैं ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ ग्लूकोज बाय ऑक्सीजन इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन, दैट इज अ कैटाबॉलिक रिएक्शन. एंड फॉर्मेशन ऑफ ग्लूकोज बाय the use of carbon dioxide and water in the process of photosynthesis is an anabolic reaction. So these all reactions are controlled by nucleus, and if the nucleus will be removed from the cell, so what will happen? All the contents, means protoplasm, will die up and ultimately the cell will die away. नेक्स्ट, सेल रेगुलेट्स द सेल साइकिल. व्हाट इट मीन्स कि सेल जो है ये क्या करता है, सेल साइकिल को मेंटेन करता है. कि हर सेल पहले क्या करता है, इमेच्योर सेल है, फिर वो ग्रो करेगा, देन व्हेन इट गेट मैच्योर, तो विद द मैच्योरिटी द सेल द क्रोमोसोम क्रोमैटिन मटेरियल आल्सो गेट मैच्योर टू फॉर्म क्रोमोसोम्स, देन द क्रोमोसोम डिवाइड एंड फ्रॉम वन सेल टू new cells are formed. So in this way cell is maintaining cell cycle, nucleus is regulating cell cycle. And third is it helps in transmission of characters from parents to their young ones. So because nucleus contain heretical material, DNA, so through DNA, through genes, then DNA, what is DNA? DNA is a gene क्या है, gene is a segment of DNA, and through genes जो पेरेंट्स के करेक्टर हैं वो बच्चों में ट्रांसमिट होते हैं. तो दीज 3 points आर रिगार्डिंग द फंक्शंस ऑफ न्यूक्लियस. नेक्स्ट वील डिस्कस about the cytoplasm. So underline the lines whatever I'll ask you to underline. First, the part of the cell within which occurs within the plasma membrane and nuclear membrane, that is called as cytoplasm. The boundary in between, within the boundary of cell membrane and nuclear membrane is called as cytoplasm. The cytoplasm which lies near the cell membrane, that is called as ectoplasm, and near the nuclear membrane is called as endoplasm. And this cytoplasm also contain a variety of cell organelles and some cell inclusions within the cell, right? So what are the functions of the cytoplasm? First function is cytoplasm act as a store of vital chemicals. जितने भी केमिकल्स है, जैसे अमाइनो एसिड्स बन रहे, ग्लूकोज बन रहा है, जो जा रहा है सेल में, वो मिल रहा है, दैट इज रीचिंग अप टू द साइटोप्लाज्म, विटामिन वगैरह. एंड सेकंड इज इट इज ऑल्सो द साइट ऑफ सर्टेन मेटाबॉलिक पाथवेज. जैसे हमने बोला है कि केमिकल रिएक्शंस चल रहे हैं सेल के अंदर, वो सेल के अंदर जो रिएक्शंस चल रहे हैं, द मेटाबॉलिक रिएक्शंस, वो कहाँ पे होते हैं, इन द cytoplasm. So these 2 points you have to mark regarding the functions of the cytoplasm. Next are cell organelles. So first of all, write on the definition of cell organelle. What are cell organelles? The structures present the membrane, single or double membrane, या आप ऐसे लिख सकते हो, the membrane bound structures present within the cytoplasm are called cell organelles. They may be singular membrane bonded or double membrane bonded structures. For example, mitochondria, then endoplasmic reticulum, then Golgi apparatus. These all are called as cell organelles. So first of all, we will discuss regarding endoplasmic reticulum. So first of all, underline the important lines so that it can be in the form of your notes. Inside the cell, there exists membranous network enclosing a fluid-filled lumen which almost fill up the intercellular cavities. तो ये क्या है, एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम जो है, दे आर फ्लूइड फिल्ड वेसिकल्स या ट्यूब्यूल्स या सिस्टर्नी की फॉर्म में हैं, विच आर हैविंग अ ल्यूमेन. खाली ल्यूमेन क्या होता है, जैसे सपोज करो देयर इज अ हॉलो पाइप, और पाइप के अंदर जो खाली स्पेस है दैट इज कॉल्ड द ल्यूमेन. इसके अंदर ल्यूमेन के अंदर क्या है, फ्लूइड भरा हुआ है. inside the endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum occurs in three forms. Which are these forms? Cisternae, vesicles and tubules. What are cisternae? Long, closed, fluid-filled sac like long tubes. They are called as cisternae. Rounded structures with fluid filled are called as vesicles, and network like tubules are called as tubules. Network of tubes are called as tubules, right? So these are the three different forms in which endoplasmic reticulum is occurring. And further, the endoplasmic reticulum is of two types: smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. When there is no ribosome located on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum, like this is the structure of cisternae, vesicles and tubules. When these are ribosome dot-like structures present, they are called as ribosome. When the ribosomes are present on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum, in that case it is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. And when it do not have any ribosome located on its surface, it is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum is absent in RBCs. रेड ब्लड सेल्स जो हैं उनमें जो है एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम एब्सेंट होता है. क्यों एब्सेंट होता है? क्योंकि रेड ब्लड जो सेल्स हैं आरबीसीज ऑफ मैमल्स, दे आर डिवॉइड ऑफ न्यूक्लियस एज वेल एज मेजर सेल ऑर्गेनेल्स बिकॉज देयर रोल इज टू ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑक्सीजन. तो बीइंग ट्रांसपोर्टर they are lacking major organelles, so that maximum oxygen can be transported to each and every part of the cells of organism. That's why they are not having this endoplasmic reticulum in their cytoplasm. So what are the functions of endoplasmic reticulum? First, it forms porting network. क्योंकि जो endoplasmic reticulum है, the outer boundary of the nucleus, that is called as nuclear envelope, it is also made up of endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum starts from one end of the outer membrane of nucleus and extend up to the cell membrane. So in this extension, it is acting as a skeleton. It provides the shape to the cell. In this case, it acting as skeletal framework of the cell. It is also a pathway for distribution of nuclear material from one cell to other. How? Because it is interconnected. So from its outer end, it is going on up to the cell membrane, and through this membrane, cell will be connected to the next cell, and via this endoplasmic reticulum, the nuclear material of one cell can be exchanged with the other cell. So in this way, it is helping in exchanging of materials within these cells. And thirdly, the fourth point, rough endoplasmic reticulum is concerned with the transportation of proteins, because proteins are synthesized on the surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum because ribosomes are lying on their surface. So ribosomes are protein synthesizing, and that proteins are stored within the lumen of this rough endoplasmic reticulum, and they are helping in the synthesis of these proteins. So these are some of the major functions performed by endoplasmic reticulum. Next, there is one term that is called as membrane biogenesis. What this means? Formation of plasma membrane is called membrane biogenesis. Means sometimes there is wearing and tearing or breaking up of the cell membranes. So how the new membrane is formed, so the process involved in this, that is called as membrane biogenesis. So what are the organelles which are involved in the membrane biogenesis? That are, first, smooth endoplasmic is there. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum is there. So when they are leaving there, they are releasing their ribosomes from the surface, then they form smooth endoplasmic reticulum. From smooth endoplasmic reticulum, in the form of vesicles, the endoplasmic reticulum is nipped off to form Golgi apparatus, which we will discuss in the next organelle. Golgi apparatus is formed, and from Golgi apparatus, in the form of vesicles, secretory vesicles are produced. So the secretory vesicles reaches to the place where the membrane is teared up. तो यहाँ से जो membrane टूटी हुई है, these vesicles will attach at that point, and this membrane will be repaired again, and this process is known as membrane biogenesis. It is also one of the special function performed by endoplasmic reticulum. Right, so you can mark the differences of rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum from this book. And next are the ribosomes. What are ribosomes? I told you earlier that the cell organelles are membrane bound structures. Some are single membrane and other are some are double membrane structures. Like endoplasmic reticulum is single membrane bound structure. Mitochondria is double membrane bound structure. But some of the organelles, they are non-membranes. They don't have any membrane. So the other membranes which are this system, whole system comprises of endomembrane system. Right? And ribosomes are devoid of any membrane. They are non-membranous structures. So first of all, underline the first line. Ribosomes are the dense, spherical, rounded and granular, just like granule, chote dane, particles which occurs freely in the matrix, in the cytoplasm. You can write down which occur freely in cytoplasm. Or sometimes they are attached on the endoplasmic reticulum, as we studied earlier. Sometimes they are lying freely in the cytoplasm, and sometimes, like this is the cytoplasm, sometimes they are freely lying in the cytoplasm, and sometimes they are attached on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum to form rough endoplasmic reticulum. Right? So ribosomes जो हैं, ribosomes are the containing a ribonucleic acid and proteins. Actually, ribosomes are produced by nucleolus. The nucleolus present within the nucleus, they are the factories of ribosomes, and nucleolus is also containing RNA as well as proteins. So same material is there in the case of ribosomes. They are also made up of RNA and proteins. So they are the protein factories of the cells. The factory of ribosome is nucleolus, but the protein factory of the cell is ribosome. So you can mark this question ki name the protein factory of the cell, that is ribosome. Right? So first function फिर यही हो गया. Ribosome play an important part in the synthesis of proteins. Right? So ribosomes are the only structures which are present in prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes. Otherwise, in prokaryotes, rest of the organelles, they are absent. But ribosomes are the only structures which are present in the cytoplasm of prokaryote as well as eukaryotic animals. Except mammalian RBCs. As I told you earlier, कि जो mammalian RBCs होते हैं, they are the oxygen transporters. That's why they are devoid of a number of cell organelles. They don't have any cell organelle present within their cytoplasm.